Hey, Shelly, here's your March moves. I'm going to whip right through these, but you could always stop this video, pause it, of course, if you want to spend more time on any particular move. Here's your quick warm up. So, again, you could spend a lot more time doing all these, but I'm just going to boogie right along. I'm going to do one or two of each thing. Angry cat, pushing the ground away. Inhale, stretch the whole front side of you. So this is release work, stretching your back, stretching your front. Bird dog. Now you've been doing this with the medicine ball on your pelvis, opposite arm and leg. This is stabilization. So trying to not wiggle. Here's what it looks like from the front. Not wiggle side to side. Yeah, as you do opposite arm and leg. We got our plank. You could do two ways. Forearm would look like so. Straight arm would look like so. So see if you could pause it, set your timer for 30 or 40 seconds and hold your plank. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one because we got bigger fish to fry. We got the low lunge, level hips, left foot front, right knee pushes into the mat. Yeah, I'm trying to organize myself now rather than be twisty or hikey. Here's what it looks like, side number 2. Level hips, smooshing this knee into the ground. Low lunge. Okay, that's whipping through those two. Dead bug. Oh yeah, so my ball has this sand in it, so it makes noise, but yours, you can just ignore my noisy little ball. Okay, so we got hands and the tops of your legs rather than like grabbing it with your inner thighs. Yep. Opposite arm and leg could be tiny. Inhale, exhale. Opposite arm and leg. This is also a good brain exercise. That's your dead bug variation with the ball. Oh yeah, single leg kick is your new one. This is one of your March 5. So I'm going to come onto my tummy, smush my elbows and smush my toenails, lift my belly button, lift my kneecaps. 2 little kicks. Inhale, stretch. So I'm alternating left and right. And my goal is to contract my hamstring, back of my thigh, without doing a lot of bobbing and flopping and wiggling. One more. Each side. So that's your single leg kick. We got your boat. Oh, yeah. So this one, we did another 30, 40 seconds. You could hold a med ball. I think you got a 4-pounder for this one. Round your back and make these wrinkles across your shirt. And then see if you can lengthen your neck. So I'm not contracting my chest, but I do have a little roundness to my back. One leg up, other leg up. If you're comfortable today holding both legs off, that's where we're headed. Hold and breathe. So that's your 30 seconds. You can pause the video for that one. Boat. Okay, now your crescent lunge and Pilates push-ups. So these are 2 more of your what you call it, March 5s. So let's do our little walk back. You can come from your plank and then up to your downward facing dog. Yeah, you know this one from yoga. Yeah, walk yourself back. Now the thing that makes this specifically this Pilates push-up thing is there's 2 parts to it. One, I'm doing this roll down, pulling my belly in and rounding over my beach ball. So that's part 1. At some point, you'll need to bend your knees. Here's part 2. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully, I'm already there in my little planky. Yeah. Maybe a couple push-ups. They can be real tiny. Push yourself back. So that's basically your dog position. Tushy in the air. Same thing walking back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll up. So again, you could do 2 more just like that. Roll yourself down. 2 to 5 push-ups. Roll yourself back up. I'm going to go ahead and show crescent lunge, which is a more intense version of that low lunge we did earlier. So your feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. Front knee bent. You decide how low you are in your lunge here. Maybe a little back bend. I'm going to show this from the other side. So feet are on railroad tracks. rather than a tightrope. Still going for that same idea, level hips, maybe a back bend, stretching your chest. Yeah, so this one too, you could hold about 30 seconds aside. What's next? Half moon, I bet. Let's see. Yeah, our half moon is your official standing balance. So I'm going to put this foot somewhere turned out-ish so that when I stand on it, I'm like a little starfish. Now, if you get up here and you're like, whoa, go find the wall, the bench. You can always put your hand on something. Here, I'll show you from the other side. Here's my imaginary bench. I could lean, I could even bend my standing knee a little bit. Yeah. Once you get the hang of this, stretch your arms, stretch your legs, and I'll show one more position. I'm going for a little piece of toast in the toaster. So I'm trying to avoid twisting or hiking or rotating. So that's hard to do, to really get that, like I'm leaning on the wall with my head, shoulders, pelvis. Yeah, so that one too, you could pause 30 seconds aside. These next to your TRX, squat and rows. So I'm going to have my imaginary TRX and then my bench. Here's my fakey bench. Actually, I'll show with the band. So I'm just going to have this to have something to hold on to. But of course, imagine you are in your gym at the apartment with the TRX hanging up like so, and you're going to grab your handles. Come on down. Tushy lands back on your bench. Pull yourself up. So this gives give you a little extra bicep. Tushy back and down. Pull. Push into your heels. Tushy back and down. I'm going to show two more with your side view. Squatty. Full extension through your shoulders and your spine. Stand up, push into your heels. Last one. Big exhale. And then it's kind of hard for me to show these rows. What could I do? I could kind of show. But if you're, again, your TRX is attached to the thing. So same thing. You're holding onto the handle of the TRX, right? And then you take yourself back a smidgy so that you're leaning against the thing. So your body's going to be on a little bit of an angle. And then the action that you're doing is this with both arms. So you would basically be doing this, but hanging on to the handle of the TRX. Yeah. And then I would say twice more through that squat and row. So you'll reposition a little bit, but you'll be holding on to the TRX the whole time. So you go back to your squat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk your feet a little bit forward. So you are leaning on an angle and pulling the TRX to you, about 10 of these guys. And then one more round squat and row. And then what are our stretches? Hammy stretch, calf stretch, and chest stretch. So this chest stretch, you could either come to the wall and put your back and fingernails on the wall. That's a nice way to do it. Or the other thing we've been doing is grabbing a hold of the TRX again. And then you could rotate your whole body and get a little stretch around here for your chest. And then, of course, switch sides. Yep. Hanging onto your TRX, chest stretch. Calf stretch, come to the wall. Heel down on the ground. Oh, you can't see my heel. Heel on the ground like so. And I've got pretty parallel legs, meaning toes and knees point straight ahead. And then switch sides. So I'm stretching the back of my leg. And then your hammy stretch, you could do this one on the bench too. You could stack your foot, lean forward a little bit, whatever feels good here. You could walk your hands down your leg. So that's the back of your leg, hamstring. Whoa, don't fall over. Hamstring stretch. And then your quad is the front of your thigh. Whoa, come to the wall if you need a little balance, buddy. Knee point straight down. So I'm trying to stretch the front of my hip. I might even be able to get my knee to start to go back. I'm trying to avoid doing this. Yeah. Second side, quad, stretch, long torso. Push your knee down. Maybe pull your foot towards your bum. Let me see if I can show straight on. Yeah. Knee down. Hip stretch. I think we did a hip stretch last week. Sit on your bench again. Cross one ankle over. And then I'm trying to get this knee to open to the side. You might even lean forward. So I'm stretching my butt of the knee that's up. Here's your hip stretch, side number 2. See if Ann can do it without falling off the ball. Okay, so that's a quick, fast version of your warm up. Your strength that we're going to do 3 rounds through was your squat and rows. And then we work through your more yoga and Pilates type moves, those March 5 moves. And there's a separate video just of the March 5 too, if you wanted to have that like as a standalone. I think it's 6 minutes this month. So that could be a nice little series to blaze through. And I give you more detail about all the moves in there. Okay, I'm checking in with you later today. Seeing you on Wednesday.